Yeah, hi everyone. This is Damodar, working as assistant professor in Malareddy Engineering College for Women under CSE department. Today, I would like to share my knowledge on doubling linked list. Okay, so what are the various? I'll try to cover in this lecture. In this video, I'll try to cover only insert operations. So in the later videos, we'll be covering the delete and other operations also. So let us proceed into the topic. So if you see here, this is a double linked list, no? So first operation I want to perform at the insert at end operation. So initially the double linked list is empty. So what is that we do is, first initially we are creating a first node. We are creating a first node, and in the first node what we need to do is, so this is a first node created, let us say it is created at 1001. Okay. So now this is a double linked list where we have data is present at the middle. We'll try to suppose to store the data in the middle, and this is the next node address, and this will be the previous node address, as we know this. So now the node is created. So this is what the pointer that is pointing to the node, right? So 1001. So what I need to update here. So initially, if you see, so initially the list is empty. Initially the list is empty, so there are no nodes available here. So obviously head will be the null value. Okay. So when the head is null, so what we need to do? So this is what, and even tail is also null. Since this is the first node, we are getting the double linked list. So what we need to do? We need to assign the value 10 to the data part, and next thing is, so that's what we have updated using new node data equal to 10. We have updated. Then what is that? This is the first node, right? So tail will be null as well as the head will be. There will be no previous node and there will be no next node, right? So that is also we will update here. So new node previous. This is what it is. New node previous will be null, and we'll also make next node. So next node also, right? Pointing to next node is also null, right? So this is what with first node is created. So, and we have to designate this as a tail node and as well as the head node. So this is what, now initially head is null and as even tail is null. Now we update it to what? This node. So what is the new node address now? So now head is going to become this node, right? This new node is going to become a head node, and even the tail node becomes a head node. So this is what the node insertion in the double linked list when the list is empty, right? So if head equal to null indicates what? So there is no nodes in the double linked list. So node is created and we update the data value, and also we update the previous and next also will update, and we'll designate this as a head node as well as the tail node. So we'll go to the, now we will try to insert the second node into the double linked list. Okay. So now whenever we are creating the second node, so let us say node is created, the new node is created at the address, let us suppose 1002, right? Now what we need to do now, so this condition obviously fails because already we have created the node. So head is how much it is? Head is 1001 indicates that already nodes are existing. It may be one or it can be many. So head is not null, so we go to the else part now. So what we do is now, so we will first assign the value 20 into the data field. So we are going to assign it. So next thing is what we are trying to do. So the value of this one should be what? So who is the previous node for this one? This node. Where we stored it, its information is what we stored in this one. So new node previous is we are trying to assign, we stored the, because we are trying to insert the node at the last, right? So from the last, so I'm taking the help of the tail node. So I'll update it with the tail. So the link is established. Now this knows the what is the previous address of this particular node, that is 1001. We will link this given with this statement. Okay. Next one, I should also update what is the tail next for this one? What is the tail next for this one? Right. So tail next is nothing but what is previous tail is nothing but this is the tail. So tail next is nothing but what is that now? This null should be updated with what? Address of the new node. So I need to establish a link between this node and with this node. So what should exactly come here? 1002 should come here. So that's what tail next. This is the tail. Its next should be what? New node. So this is what we are trying to establish the link between. So this node is pointing to this node, and this node is pointing to the previous node, this one. So this is link is established. Now what is that we need to do? We have to make this as an, because there is no node further, right? So we have to make it null. So new node next equal to null, and very important operation is here is what? Now node is, the link is established between this particular node and second node. But now the final thing is what? This is the tail. Now we have to make this is the tail. So how you make this is the tail? So tail becomes how much? Previous tail is 1001. This is the previous tail. Now I have to make the 1002. So what is the statement we write? So tail equal to new node. What is new node currently pointing to? 1002. So now this tail value we are going to update. So tail becomes 1002. Okay. So let us do one more insertion at the end so that we will get more clarity on this operation. So let us say I wanted to do the same. So same thing else part we wanted to repeat. Further installing a third node, right? Same thing. So we will create a new node. So let's suppose the new node is created 1003. Now what is the things that we need to do? So we will verify the head is null or not. Just head is not null, head is 1001. So this condition fails. We will be going with else part again. So now what we need to do? So already double linked list having some number of nodes, right? So in the else part again what we need to do, first we will place the data in the data field by accessing new node data equal to 30. And now similar process what we did here. Okay. So yeah, next thing is what? So what we need to do here, new node previous. What is the previous node to this one? 1002. How with this 1002 where we have captured here in the tail. Okay. So that's why new node previous will become what? Tail. So the link is established. So for the new node to the previous node. So this is what link established. Next, similarly what we need to do. So who is the next to this one? I have to make this node to the next here. So new. So what is this one? This is actually tail. So tail next will be how much? 1003. So that's what we'll update. Tail next will be 1003. 1003 is nothing but where it is available in the new node. So 1003. So we have link is established between these two. So this is fine. I hope. Now after this what we need to do, the important thing. So this is the last node. This is going right. So there is no next node available there. So we will make new node next to the null. And finally what we need to do, up to now this is the tail. Now we have added the new node here to the existing node. So this is going to be the last node, the tail node. So we have to update the tail information. We have to update the tail information. Okay. So now tail equal to new node. Tail equal to new node. So tail becomes almost 1000. So this is the way we can now do the insertions at the end of a double linked list. Now let us see the one more operation. So that is insertion from the beginning. That is we'll see the next part. Insert at the beginning, right? So let us see. So now to better understand, I'll start from the for visualization. I'll start from the right hand there, and we'll see the adding the. So that makes our visualization understanding easier. So I'll write the node here. I'll create a node. So first node is created. Same logic. First we'll verify. So first we'll verify the head is null or not. Yes, this is the first node we are trying to create. So this is the first node we are trying to create. So obviously head will be what? Null. So now we have to fill this value. So this will be some data value. There is no previous, there is no next. So we'll fill it, and we have to make it as a head as well as a tail node, because this is the first node we are getting into the list, right? So how to update the values? So we are updating the values for the previous to null as well as next to is also null, right? So first node creation is done. So and what we need to designate now? So head should be updated to 1001 as well as tail also should be updated to 1001. So now since this is the first node, that will be the tail as well as it is the head, right? So now let us try to insert the second node. Now whenever we are creating a second node, if we check this condition head equal to null, head is updated to 1001 means already there is a node available, right? So now we have to do what? Else logic we should run here. New node data, so I am updating the data field to 20. So data field to 20. And next thing is what? Now who is going to be previous? We are trying to do the insert at begin, right? We are trying to do insertion at begin. So there will be no previous to this one, so I should make this one to what? Null. New node previous is null, so we have to update this one to null. Now next thing, what we have established the link between these two. Okay, so now what is new node? New node next should be what? 1001. Where is 1001 is available here? In the head node. So I'll make new node next equal to 1000. Okay, so the link is this. Now this node should point towards previous, right? So what is this one? That is a head node, right? So head previous should be updated to what? New node value. So how much should come here? 1002. It should come 1002. That's why what we are written here, head previous equal to 1002. That is here new node. So we got linkage system. Now there is no previous to this one and there is no next to this one. So now who is going to become head? This new node what we added at the beginning, that becomes the head node. So we have to make this node new node as a head node, head equal to new node, right? So I hope you understood these operations. So this is what finally it happens, what? 1002. Getting the point? So 1002. So tail will be as it is. Tail will be as it is. So you can automate for the remaining. If you want, you can add one more node, creating a third node, and same operations. We'll do the same operations. Same operations, that is 30, right? So what we have to make this node previous? New node previous should be null, right? So previous node should be null. And what should be this one? New node next should be what? Head. New node next should be head. And so the link is established this one 1002. And what is this one? This node information is available in what? Head. So head previous should be what? New node. That is 1003. So this is the way how we can, right? And finally what we have to make? We have to make the head node information. Now this is going to be head and this is what happens. So thank you all for, right? In this video, this is about the insertion operations in double linked list. We'll meet in the next video.